All right, we're going to revisit a conversation that I had earlier today with the Deputy Minister of Tourism. They are in Berlin, if I'm not mistaken, from the 3rd up until the 5th of March. And theirs is very simple, to go and wave the South African flag and invite even more internationals to invest in South Africa, to come and visit South Africa and explore its beauty, right? And we said earlier that there was a record-breaking number of visitors that we had in South Africa in the year 2025, right? 10.5 million people, 10.5 million people, international visitors. That's an insane amount of people. They are currently at the ITB Berlin 2026, and I got a chance to chat with her to find out what lies ahead for South African tourism as they share their story and as they invite the rest of the world and Africa to visit South Africa. Deputy Minister, thank you so much for your time. Let's talk about the significance of the recent finding that over 10.5 million international visitors came to South Africa. For you, what do you think drove this interest in South Africa over the year 2025?
As South Africans, even yourself, I think you also have a part to play in that, because everyone around the world wants to come to South Africa. By its nature, South Africa is a loving nation. South Africa is the one that is marketing ourselves around the world so that much of the people should come and visit in South Africa. But you must also remember that we had many international events in our country. Just to mention the big one, which is the G20 that we hosted late last year, which then we believe that they also contributed to the large number of people that visited our country. And we also believe that even now in 2026, because of the line of the events, international events that we'll be hosting as a country, I'm sure that we are going to exceed that 10.5 million, of course, with your assistance.
Of course, it's such a major milestone. It's a record-breaking number. No such international have come to South Africa. Talk to us then about the impact of places like the ITB Berlin, where you are right now, in telling the story of South Africa and inviting the world to come to South Africa.
You know, Tebogo, is for the first time that I'm part of ITB. But it's such an amazing event or space. And also the fact that many of the countries that are here, we have more than 180 countries, and each and every trade partner wants to meet with us as South Africans. We have already met with, I think, 3 countries so far. And today we're meeting with another group again until end of the day today, because they want to come to South Africa, they want to visit South Africa, and they want to invest to South Africa. Therefore, it's up to us as South Africans to make sure that we make it happen by way of selling the positive of our country. Because you know that many people always say negative things about South Africa, but we are trying to tell the world that it's not true. Come to South Africa, come and experience it yourself. Don't just go around and hear that there are bad things that are happening. No one will go to South Africa. I mean, 10.5 million. I had a meeting yesterday with Kenya. They said, South Africa, we want to know, how do we do it? Because 2024, it was 8.9 million. Now it's 10.5 million. What magic are you using as South Africans? But at its nature, South Africans, everyone wants to come to South Africa and invest. You know that we have a challenge as South Africans. The main challenge that we have as government is the issue of the unemployment, especially unemployment of young people. And all the countries that we met, they have interest, they want to come to South Africa, they want to invest in South Africa, which then we believe and think that there will be some sort of employment that will happen in our country to grow the economy, especially when it comes to tourism.
Deputy Minister, as you're talking about the different countries, were you shocked to see the sharp rise in German internationals coming to South Africa?
Oh yes. Since I indicated to you that I thought it's a myth. Understand? But when I saw this sharp number of Germans growing into South Africa, and also the fact that they are hosting us here in South Africa, we are meeting almost every day with them, especially the trade partners. And all of them, the majority of them, they feel that things will still happen. They're still looking forward to come to South Africa. As you can see what is happening around the world, South Africa is the safest place where you can invest or where you can also visit.
All right. Well, we'll continue the conversation in reflecting back with that moment with the Deputy Minister of Tourism in South Africa. 21 minutes after 2 p.m. Central African time. Let's take a quick breather.
As Africa renews, so does its voices. 60 years of Channel Africa. Channel Africa is evolving, and so are you. Stay connected wherever you are with our brand new website and mobile app. Stream your favorite shows, catch up on African news, culture, and conversations, all at your fingertips.
Africa is just a tap away.
Your world, your stories, now on the go.
Stay connected wherever you are.
Visit channelafrica.co.za or download the Channel Africa app today. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Your afternoons just got even better, fresh and exciting. The Upside, hooking you up with today's news from an African perspective.
And that's what they think, and that's what they believe in.
And you mentioned earlier about job creation and the opportunities that these international visitors add to the tourism sector of South Africa. You've brought with you there in Berlin a couple of SMMEs. Tell us about how you went about selecting them and the role that they play in telling the South African story.
You know, it's just an unbelievable, and also the quality that they brought of these SMMEs that are here is just amazing. The process it was advertised in order for them then and then to apply, you understand that? And they did, of course, apply, and the majority did qualify to come and sell their product. And they are so excited because some of them, those who managed to bear the cost themselves, they managed to come, and we give credit to those. But there are those that we felt that they are very good and we need to assist them to market their product. But unfortunately, they did not have means to come to Berlin. Hence, that the government took a decision that we are going to pay for those people in order for them to be able to be here today. And they really appreciated that.
I can only imagine that, more and more SMMEs will produce more job opportunities.
Exactly.
I was looking at the list of provinces that are there. You've got Gauteng represented, KZN represented. Minister, are we going to see, hopefully in the future, representation from the other provinces? About Northern Cape, we didn't see much of them, but I'm pretty sure there are hidden gems there that we just don't know about.
You know, Tebogo, I'm happy that you mentioned that, and while I'm sitting next to the guys here, because that was my concern from day one. My own province is not here. I come from the Free State. The Free State is not here. And then I wanted to know to them, what strategy do they use in recruiting these SMMEs? And then I was told, and then I said to them, no. There is something that is lacking here. Information, campaign, we need to have a campaign. We need to go to provinces and meet with these structures, that is the tourism structures and organizations that are there, and then spread the message. Because some of them, I know, many of them, especially we mentioned Northern Cape, the Free State, and then Northwest, Northwest, for instance, we know that Northwest is a tourist destination, but we don't have Northwest here. So those issues that you are asking me are exactly the issues that I discussed with my guys yesterday. I said, immediately when we go back to South Africa, the first thing that we need to, in preparation now for next year, we need to start now so that we accommodate everyone. We start with those small provinces that we have just mentioned and make sure that they also participate in this amazing events.
There's a program that sort of provides incentive. It's called TIP. Do you mind telling us a bit more about TIP and how small businesses can get involved in such programs so that they can be visible to the world?
You know, Tebogo, most of these programs, I'm happy that you mentioned the issue of the programs, because besides TIP, we have many programs, especially when it comes to empowering them with funding and all those things, giving them grants in order for them to grow their businesses. One thing that one has discovered is that because the department is not dealing with this directly, we have implementing agencies that are doing that on behalf of the department. What we do, we transfer funds to those implementing agencies that falls under the Department of Small Business Development. But what then I discovered is that it's not everyone, like what you have just said about other provinces, it's not everyone who's benefiting in that. They do apply like any other person, but most of the time you'll be told that they don't qualify. And then when you look at the reasons why they don't qualify, they're not even told what is the problem. What is it that you did not do right in order for you not to qualify? And then one discovered that the entity that we are using is the one that we have given an opportunity to come up with the requirements. But when you look at those requirements, then you discover that these requirements are too high. They are set too high for our small SMMEs, if I might call them that way. And then at the end, the guys that will benefit are the ones who are well off. You understand? Now we said that from now onwards, when we go back, we need to look at those requirements so that each and everyone who qualifies must then participate or must benefit out of TIF and also the transformation fund. And then we've got so many funds that we have in the department that is being implemented by other implementing agencies, but our people don't benefit because of the high qualifications that they need from them. So we are going to rework that out and make sure that they understand that. And I still emphasize on the issue of campaign. The department need to go out, SIT need to go out, campaign, and make sure that our people understand what is it that they need to do. And also this kind of monies, we can't afford that at each and every end of financial year, we are sending money back to the government coffers, back to National Treasury because it was not used, whilst our people are suffering, especially small businesses. Because these people are employing a lot of people. You know, we have small businesses here who are employing about 70 people, 70. When I say 70, 50, 51, so I think the smallest has got about 5, 6, you know, and those people, we still refer to them as small business. When are they going to grow? They need to grow. They can't always be referred to as SMMEs. They need to grow now and well established. Then government must just assist them and monitor whether the monies that we are using is the value for money. And then we'll be happy as government.
Deputy Minister, I'm glad that you brought it up, and I'm glad that it's going to be a priority of yours, because you are sharing that there's so many funding models and programs that We'll continue as we reflect on the conversation that I had earlier with the Deputy Minister of Tourism in South Africa. I think the thing that stood out for me was that very last point that she raised, saying that they need to do more in campaigning and marketing as the tourism department to help out small businesses, because they've got the programs. They've got the means to help them out to grow their businesses, to create job opportunities and help us reduce the unemployment rate. And it got me thinking that how many other departments, you know, struggle to share, market, campaign. How many programs are there in certain government institutions that we're not aware of? Is it just a matter of us raising more awareness and marketing it better so that these small businesses can be helped out?
We've got to sort that out and urgently. So I guess for anyone who's in a privileged position to be able to do something, you know, this is the opportunity to help the government. Clearly they need help, you know, to really identify spaces where these funds can be used.